Hello everyone and welcome to your very first video on cybersecurity.
Yeah, although they might already
Know what I should call it? I don't know if I should call it cybersecurity videos, cybersecurity tutorials, cybersecurity courses, but basically what we are going to be doing is we are starting from zero and reach wherever level is enough for you to become a cybersecurity expert. And so I'm not going to bombard you with a lot of concepts and topics like networking security, operating system security, ethical hacking, and all those. Bear in mind, we'll be learning all this. But I think that if anyone who wants to venture into cybersecurity is bombarded with these concepts at the very start, they get scared. And so I think that it would be fun if the first thing the person learn is something as fun as creating your first virus and not use them for any malicious purposes. Okay, guys, so these are the requirements. Of course, you will need a laptop. Okay, so let's just jump right in and start to create our very first virus. Okay, guys, so we begin by creating a project. Now, you could use Notepad, but I think I want us to be a little professional and use Visual Studio Code. And so I would create a directory. Okay, so let me just go to the desktop and then create a directory and call it virus. Okay, and there you go. Then let me just go to the virus and then open my VS Code with the command code with a period. Okay, now we have this setup. And the first thing we're going to do is create a virus that practically shuts down your computer. Okay, and so now in the presentation I was making, I told you we are going to be writing the programs in Python. We will also be writing them in C++. I'm using the C++ to make a point. Don't worry, we'll get there. And also we'll be writing the program in batch. I hope I pronounced that right. Okay. Or you could say batch scripting. Okay, so let me say it's a programming language that allows you to automate tasks on your computer. Okay, and so the first thing we will do is say shutdown dot bat. Okay, so the bat has this extension dot bat. Okay, and so so now everything that you write here, you are basically scripting in batch. Okay, so let's get started. So we'll start with and say at echo off, okay, and then come down and then say shut down slash s slash f and then say t and c 0. Guys, this is basically your first virus. Yes, you've just written two lines of code and you've created a virus. Now let me just explain what these commands are. The first one at echo off is basically a print statement that you've turned off. Okay, yeah, let me just explain it like that. And then this shut down, I think is really obvious. It initiates the shutdown procedure. Okay, where the slash s says basically says shut down, okay, shut down the computer. The slash f says hey, if you've opened any windows, if there's any windows available, I'm not going to warn you. I'm just shutting you off. Then the T here stands for time, and then the number after the T is the number of seconds it will take for the computer to shut down. And then this is basically a program. Now, guys, a huge disclaimer before we continue. This viruses techniques and all this code I am teaching you shouldn't be used for any malicious purposes whatsoever. This is just showing you a roadmap. You are just trying to be a cybersecurity expert, okay? And so please don't use it for any malicious purposes, okay? Now let's take this a bit further, okay, and write the program in Python. So we'll say shutdown.py. We then start by importing OS. So what we'll do is create a function and call it shutdown. Okay, okay, there we go. Now, since this is a program that might fail, we'll use a try and say, now this is where the OS comes in and say os.name. Okay, os.name, but we'll say if os.name is equal to empty. Okay, so and there you say os.system. Okay, and then in quotation, you say shutdown. Now, I think you've seen this before. Say /s/f/t and then 0, not O, but 0. Okay, guys, and that is it. And you've written a program in Python that basically shuts down the computer when you run the program. Okay, and so you could just say else. We could just say else print unsupported operating system. Okay, there we go. And then we will just have to add an except here and say exception has E. Okay, it's a colon. And then we say print. Okay, so F. And we say error as E. Okay, there we go. And now we get rid of all those errors. Okay, now if you have never learned Python before, this may be a little weird to you or confusing. Don't worry. In the course of time, I'll be dropping a crash course to Python. After you've watched that video, every video I dropped concerning cybersecurity will be very easy for you. Okay. So for now, you could just follow along, okay, and just type whatever I type, okay, so that you don't get confused. Now, you may be wondering, what if I want to run this script on um, the other operating system like Linux or Mac OS? Don't worry, I didn't leave you guys out. So in here, you could say yes here. In Python, indentation is very important. Otherwise, you would be getting this weird errors. So you say elif os.name is equal to um, postfix and then os.system, and you say sudo shutdown now. And this should be a double equal to. Okay, and I think just there we go. Okay, there, guys. So this is another basic script in Python where you could shut down a computer. I think one last thing we'll have to do, and I will explain that later. And we'll say if name is equal to an double underscore main, another double underscore. Okay, and I keep forgetting this should be a double. Okay, and there we go. And there you see shut down. Now, I would love to test this out with you guys, okay? But basically, it's a malicious software we are writing, okay? And so some of them are not too safe to test on your own computer. So beware of that, okay? So what you could do is create a virtual environment, okay, so where you could run these programs. The way to do one of these things is using a virtual machine. Okay, so by using a virtual machine, you could run all these programs so that it wouldn't have any unintended consequences. Okay, and so we won't be running this particular program because it could be harmful in some way, and that is what makes it a virus. Okay. The next script, that is the next virus that we want to be writing, is delete. Okay, folder dot bat. Okay, so let's script this file to delete a folder. And so we'll start by saying echo off. I have explained what this does. Okay, so the next we'll say set folder path. Okay, so we say set folder path. That's the path of the folder we want to delete. Okay, so we then say equal to and then specify the path here. Okay, and let me just remove this. Okay, and there we go. So this would be the path. Let me remove this, and there we go. Okay, so let's just quit here. Now I created a folder for this. We'll just say copy as path. Come back here and copy the path here, removing the quotation mark, and there we go. Then we'll continue and say we'll say if exist, and then we will say folder path. Okay, we'll add it, and then we will open this and say RMDIR. That stands for remove directory, and we say slash s slash kill, and then we say the folder path. So the folder path. There we go. And then we say echo maybe the folder was deleted successfully. And then here we could just say else because it could fail. Okay, so we just say echo folder not found, meaning we couldn't find the path. Okay, I can spell found. There we go. Let's save that. And then we say pause. Okay, guys, so we've just written a script in the batch, okay, and that delays our folder, okay. So let's try and run this command, okay. So in the now this is the folder we are trying to delete, okay. Okay, so after writing the program, let's check if it works. Um, we do have our folder here, okay. So in PowerShell, we will say dot slash. Now remember to be in the directory where the Visual Studio Code is, and then we will say delete folder okay, dot path. And there you go. The folder was deleted successfully, and this was the message we typed here. Okay. Hello. Before we continue, let me just explain what this code does. Okay. So we set the folder path, the file, the path we want to delete, and then we check if it exists. Now, this syntax may be new to you as well, and do not worry. We will be writing a lot of these that you become familiar with it. But just in case you want to learn batch scripting, there are tons of videos available on YouTube that would help you as well. Okay, and so this code basically is telling us we are checking if the folder path exists, and if it does, we are going to delete it. And now, what I want you to take special attention to is this slash kill here. Now, this slash kill does not ask for the user's permission. Okay, it just deletes it. And that is why when you come back here, you say press any key to continue. Okay, we're done. And so now, normally when you delete files, you expect them to be in your recycle bin, but there is nothing. Okay, we could create another file, another folder, okay, and say new and call it another another one, okay. And then what we'll do is we'll say copy as path and then come back here and paste it here. Let's remove the extra quotation marks. Okay, there we go. And now let's just run our program again and say dot slash delete. Okay, delete folder dot path. And there you go. The folder was deleted successfully. And when you come back to here, we see that there is no folder again. And then when we come to recycle bin, we do not see it as well. And so we've able to create a script that basically delete any folder. Let's take this one step forward and create it in Python. Okay. So let's say delete folder.py. Okay, so in the Python, we'll import tutor, okay, and then we'll create a function called delete folder, where we'll take the folder path. Okay, so now let's write the logic. And since this is a command function that could potentially fail, we will use the try exception. Okay, there we will say shooter dot rm. There we go, and then we'll say folder path. Okay, and then if this program was able to run successfully, we will say folder, then we could even say folder deleted successfully. Okay, successfully. Hooray. Okay, there you go. And then we'll come here and say except to catch any errors. So there is an file not found error because um, we are using the folder path, okay, to okay, so we are using the folder path to delete the file. So there could be an instance where there was no folder or file path found. And so there we could just say, we could just print file not found. Okay. Now in here, this is just a formatting string so that I could add something like this. And again, this is just a Python syntax, okay? And so you shouldn't worry too much about them, okay? I will be dropping a Python video where after you've watched that video, you'll be able to follow along any cybersecurity video I drop. So don't worry about it. And then we'll say except exception as E. Okay, so any other type of exception would be patching them here. And there we'll say error, error as, and then we just say E. Okay, there we go. And then there we will say if name is equal to double underscore main and a double underscore, there we will find a folder path. Okay, find a folder path, and then we will call our function delete folder and give it the folder path. Okay, there we go. And there we go, guys. Another script written to delete a folder. So what we will do is we'll come here and create a new folder. We'll call it testing again, and then take the file path. So we'll say copy as path. I'm here and paste that right here. Let's just remove the extra quotation marks. Okay, there we go. And now let's run this function. And so we'll come here and say I think we called it delete folder dot py. Okay, it runs and says folder deleted successfully. Hooray! Okay, and now let's check. The folder we just created on the desktop is no longer there. Okay, and it cannot be found in the recycle bin as well, which means that our scripts work. And there are a lot. And okay, so let me show you another virus you could write in C++. So here we could say shutdown CPP. Okay, so we could say shutdown. I think, okay, I made a mistake here. It should be shutdown.cpp. And there we go. And then what we do first is we will say hashtag include. Okay, so include. And there we say cstdlib. Okay, cstdlib. There we go. And then we will say int main. Okay. Now again, this is a C++ syntax, and so if you are not familiar or confused, don't worry. This is not the um, aim of the course, or don't worry. This is not the aim of the video to teach you C++, but just to show you how you could write viruses. So you could say um, hashtag. Okay. Oh, made a mistake there. Okay, so you could say pound or hashtag, depending on where you're from. Okay, if def, and you say when 32, and there you could say, okay, so you could say system, not in caps. You could say system and run the command shutdown /s/f/t and then 0. Then you could just copy this and paste it twice. All you have to do is just change this to, okay, double underscore apple, and then you could just change this as well to double underscore Linux. Okay, and then we'll just have to change this command and say sudo shutdown dash h now. And for Linux, just have to say sudo shutdown now. And then you come back and say else error, and you say unsupported operating system. Okay, so unsupported, sorry, operating system. And there we go. And then we'll do it return 0 as well. Okay, and then this basically, okay, let me just did a mistake here. Let's just add int main. Remember, it's a function. Okay, so just like this, you've also written C++ potential virus, okay, where you could use it for destructive purposes. But as I said earlier, this huge disclaimer, okay, do not use it for any malicious purposes. This is just a roadmap teaching you how to become a cybersecurity expert. Now, there are tons of viruses you could write. Actually, your imagination is the limit here, okay? You just need a little knowledge about the programming language to use, okay? And so I have written a lot of them and they will be available on GitHub. The link will be in the description below. Okay, so guys, this is how to write simple viruses. In the link I will send you, there are more complicated ones. I don't want to make this video lengthy, so I would end here. But there are ones where you encrypt file. That type of viruses, they call them ransomware. And then my personal favorite is the key login. And so I've written some of these programs, and I'll post the link in the description below so you could have it out. But this is just a little peek of creating your first virus. I hope you've learned a lot. And there will be much more videos that will be going into details. We'll be doing a lot of things in this course, okay, or these tutorials, whatever you want to call it, okay. But I think we'll end here for today and see you in the next video.
Yeah.